Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Hello, hello. Mama V's just wrapping up her live, but I gotta get mine started because I gotta be able to leave on time to get the child. Um, hello, Auntie Anne. Hello, hello. Hold on here, guys. Let's see. Dano Picola Sid finally saw a live Southern speed bump. I did. I was so excited when I saw that armadillo. I was so excited. I couldn't believe it. Good evening. David Glunt is in the house. Clayton Collins, hello. Hello, hello, Mama Murphy. Hello and howdy, y'all. Yes. Hello, hello, howdy, howdy. Um, Willow and Lily say hello. Jen, I gotta text you. I just haven't because life. But I gotta text you. Out and about with Dave and Daisy. Hello, hello. Evelyn Newman. Hello. How are you? Elizabeth and Sam the pony says, hey. Greg, hello, hello. When you came in, you couldn't see all of the poll. I think you have to click it. I don't know. I don't know how it shows up on your guys' side. Not sure. Alex is in the house. Hello from Canada. Old Man King Homestead, hello. Into the Mist, Lindsay's in the house. Hello, hello. Marco Torres, hello, hello. I just did Willow and Lily. Elizabeth and Sam. Oh, and then it went away. I can't see it. Can't see it. There it goes. Now it's making me. I hate when it does this. Sometimes the mouse is not my friend. There we go. Elizabeth and Sam the pony, thank you. 9.99 super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. That is always appreciated and welcomed. Thank you. The Peanut Farm. I'm so glad I bought you live, neighbor. I think you mean caught me live. I'm not for sale, but you can catch me live. So where are you about, the peanut farmer? Must be somewhere in northern Mississippi, I imagine. Jerry Jones, hello. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Paul Honeyman, hello. Hello, I'm from England. Mama V sent me. You're funny, Paul. Mike Birch, hello. Critter Creek, hello, hello. What's going on? What's going on? Heartland HQ with Dink and Tank. Hello, everyone. They're sitting up there with coffee. I love it. I love it. When I popped out the chat, then I could, but I had already voted. Oh, well, that's all right. That's all right. We'll get to that in a second. Nubbin, gang, gang. Drew's Lens is in the house. We got Drew and Lindsay in the house. Look at that. Randy Moore says hello to everyone. Sid, aren't you glad you aren't in California anymore? I tell you what, I am. I am glad. I am glad. I'm not gonna lie. There's things about my old house and my old little farm that I miss because I really did. I mean, when we bought that place, we always used to say that's our forever home because it really had everything that we wanted, and then we knew the things that we wanted to do on the inside, and we had done some of it, and we really did love that little spot, and we loved that little town we were in. We just didn't like that it was in California. If we could have picked that whole thing up and just moved it out here, we would have been fine. But they don't let you do that. I mean, they might have let us, but it would have been tricky. Let's see. Tell Mike to give you the claw gloves back so you can do the flower beds. I know. He's, he absconds with things and they end up in his tool collection in the shop. And so I end up doing everything by hand and using my little rake out there. But I got it pretty dialed in. I still have some tweaking to do, and I'm gonna need to add some more bark this season, and I might add a couple more plants where I know there's a couple of holes where like it could use one more like hosta or something to balance. So I might try to separate out a pup and plant, but I don't know yet. I haven't fully decided because it's kind of hard to tell until everything grows in. And I guess I could go back and look at a video and get an idea probably of where exactly everything is and how big they are. But it's really hard to tell right now when I'm looking at like just the buds coming up and trying to remember where everything is. Um, but I guess I could figure it out. James Hall, hello. Lila Newton, hello, hello. Willow and Lily says I love your videos. Thank you, Willow and Lily. Steve C is in the house. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Whoa, what happened there? I don't know what just happened. Lots of things. Woo. Uh, 30 miles southwest. All right. So you're not far at all. Not far at all. Is that you? Do you have a channel name? Is that your channel name or is that just your screen name or the name of your nut farm? ah, let's see. Oh, I missed some comments trying to catch up here and then it skipped. I know California is getting is it's let me tell you this though, it's not as bad as it looks on the news. My friends that are out there, trust me, it's not as bad as it looks. They always make it look way worse when California floods. There's a couple spots in Southern California that always flood, like Mission Valley is built in a riverbed that is dry 99% of the time until you get a substantial amount of rain and then it floods. So there's a couple areas that are like that. But those of us that have, lived there or grew up there, we notice not go to those areas during, torrential downpours. So, oh no, you won't be here. I know. And I know Auntie Ann, I know you have Bible study on Thursday. I know. Yeah, next week, because next week, Ash Wednesday is on Wednesday. And we have church service right during our live. So we're probably going to do our live on Thursday evening at 6 o'clock instead. So sorry, we don't do that very often where we switch it. It's really rare. But this is gonna be one of those times. One of those times. You wouldn't want to stay in California on that oceanfront property once it splits in two. I used to have nightmares about that as a kid. I was always terrified. I used to watch all those like Nostradamus shows and stuff where they would talk about California just kind of sliding off into the ocean. Used to give me nightmares, and it never happened. I mean, I'm not saying it couldn't someday, but it didn't happen while I was there. So there's that. Yeah, Mother Nature's washing some of that shine out of the Golden State along with Newsom's filth. And they're gonna have to try really hard to get rid of that. It's got its hooks in pretty good. A 30-year-old pony. Oh, precious. I know, Auntie Ann. I know you have Bible study on Thursday. And all the pups are doing good, I think is what Jen is answering. Because I must have missed that. Have Bunko steal your gloves back. I know, right? He's a good little thief. Usually it's just if you have food around him. He is that little guy, he will eat anything. He's the funniest little cat. He really is. I don't know if it's the pictures are crooked or that I'm actually crooked on the couch. I think it's because I'm crooked. I'm actually sitting in kind of a pothole on the couch at an angle. So that may make the pictures appear crooked. Or it could be crooked. I don't know. That one might be a little bit. I don't know. They get whacked around quite a bit, I think. But eventually we're going to take this wall out and open up this living room a bit more. But that's a project for another day. That's not part of the poll. Then I got to figure out where I'm going to put all my pictures because I don't have a lot of wall space in this house because of the way it's laid out. So I already don't have a lot of my pictures and things up because of that. So now I'm like, well, shoot, now I really don't have anywhere to, or I really won't have anywhere to put a lot of things. I'm going to have to really get creative and figure it out. He was still working. He was on a phone call. I heard him come out and get water and then he disappeared back into his room. So I don't know. You're getting sick of your high stads. They are taking over like a weed. I don't know what high stads are. I'm not super like I'm not good with plants. I only know that the hostas and like what some of the plants are called because Rory that planted them, that was the previous owner, told me what they were. If you had walked me over to them and said, "What is this?" I would have gone, because I don't know plants. I have no idea. Drew says, Paul, he has to leave us longing for him. That's right. That's how he gets all the chicks and stuff, right? Um, Todd's Adventure says, hello, Sid and Mike when he gets here. I know. He's working. He's had another real busy week at work and he's taking some vacation time, I think next week. So he's really trying to get all the ducks in a row. So that he can not have to work through his technical vacation time, which he always still ends up popping in for a meeting or troubleshooting something or answering emails or something. But let's see. Let California flood. There's still a lot of good people in California. I know. I feel bad. I mean, look, guys, I mean, you got to remember, like, it's really it's those densely populated cities. You're talking LA, San Francisco, and the like, that basically have turned that state into what it is. But there's a lot of farmland and there's a lot of rural areas in California and a lot of small towns, and people forget that. And those are the people that are just like all the people you would find in any small southern town anywhere else, for the most part. Maybe a few more hippie communes here and there, but just saying. Ah, everybody, everybody's getting free mud baths. That's true, Dan Picola. That's true. You'll be there in spirit. That's right, Auntie Anne. You'll be there in spirit. I know it will be hard to do the chat without Auntie Anne. Hopefully, everyone will be on good behavior, and I won't have to worry about it too much. B. Patton, will the diva be making an appearance tonight? I don't know. I hope. Oh no, your birthday's on Valentine's Day this year, Greg. On Ash Wednesday and Valentine's Day. Still trying to get caught up on yeah, Jen, yes. Still want to get the puppy from you when it's ready, but I still need to talk to you about having Buck come over and give the ladies some loving. So I've been meaning to text you. I had to deal, I'll fill you in on everything when I talk to you. But I had all my vestibular migraine fun, and that's finally, I think, under wraps completely. And so my dizziness finally completely went away, knock on wood. So I think I can handle I can start to handle life again a little bit more. Oh, I said the puppies go to the vet Monday for second set of shots, if that's what you were going to text me about. No, that's not what I was going to text you about, but I didn't see that you said that because I missed some of the chat because I somehow got behind and then I got really behind in the chat. And so then I missed some stuff. So there's that. Hat Creek Homestead, what's going on, Dawn? Brian Wilkerson, hello. I would like to see Frankie in these live chats and ask her questions without her parents filling in the blanks. My second act. Well, here's the thing. She has youth group on Wednesdays. So that's where she is right now. So she's at church. And she really doesn't like doing the lives. She doesn't particularly like doing the videos a lot of times. If you notice, there's sometimes periods of time where she's not really in videos, or if she is, she's in it, but she's doing something and not really like talking on the video. She goes through periods where she's like, I don't want to film. And so we just respect that when she goes through those phases. And we like, I'm real honest with her. I'm like, look, I still need to film because this is the project we're working on and you're happen to be running the tractor. But you know, just be cognizant of where I'm pointing the camera and like don't say anything because it's, you don't want to be on it. So that's why. That's why she's not here. But every once in a while she'll pop. I think she popped in on a live a couple of weeks ago. Um, but that's the funny thing is when she's in the live, she seems to like it and she wants to talk. But then if you ask her when she's happens to be home, she's like, I don't want to be on the live. Uh-uh. So I don't know. Teenagers, go figure. Ivy's family factotum. What is going on? All right, let's see here. No, the camera isn't straight. The camera's straight. I think I'm crooked. Camera, I mean, it looks straight on my laptop. Maybe my laptop's crooked, but it's on the coffee table. Maybe my whole house is crooked. I don't know. I don't know, Drew. It's the Leaning Tower of Sid. I have no idea. We have a new cat running around here, and it's all white except its tail like an orange tabby. Oh, that's cute, David. What happened to my horse? Nothing. Uh Beulah's Beulah May. I always tease her. I call her Beulah May. And I always say Beulah may or may not be in a good mood when I go out there because she's every bit a typical mare. So some days she's like, yes, love me, give me attention, and other days she's like, you may not touch me. You're not worthy. It just depends. I mean, she's probably, she has her moments, but she's funny. Yeah, I got out of California just in time, huh? Well, the funny thing is we had one of those atmospheric rivers probably twice since we had the little farm in California. And it did cause a little bit of flooding in the town and you know, it's never as bad as they make it sound on the news, I can tell you that. So, hostas, hasta la vistas, that's right. And so my son was less than a month old, was in a bunker underground when that hit and was living north of the Bay Area. Oh, big earthquake one, yeah. That's right. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, guys. Don't forget. Yes, it says it's a plant. It's green. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's the beginning and ending of my knowledge. That's right. 100%. 100%. Chad Corgle, what is going on? Guys, love us some Corgles. Love us some Corgles. Glenn and Shannon, Salty Life. It's crazy how many folks from California have relocated here on the coast. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have gotten out. What I've noticed is the people that have left California that are more of like the same mindset that like Mike and I are, um, you'll see them move to like another rural area, and live similar to like the way we do. But then you have people that move from like LA and they'll move to like Austin, Texas, which is sort of like a lateral move, in my opinion. They're getting some of the benefits of not being in a communist state, obviously, but they're kind of turning some of those states because of cities like Austin that they're gravitating to into these more purple areas, and that's problematic in the long run. Let me tell you, because California used to be red when I was a grasshopper. Let me tell you, it was a very different state when I was younger. My dog's over here sawing logs now. Um, David Moffat, I don't know. He's not here. He's not here. I haven't seen him in a minute. I saw him in Mama V's live, but I haven't seen him in here in a minute. I don't know. Maybe she ran over a lot longer. I started my live right on time, but I don't know. I don't know. Oh, all right. I think I just missed a bunch of chat. I think Will was going to talk to you about the goats. He said he wanted another baby. All right. Well, we can work something out because if I can get them both, if I can get both the girls to accept a deposit, then and they're both successful gestations, in theory, that gives us 4 goats. So, you know, we can work something out. We can work something out because I don't need all 4. I mean, I'll raise, you know, some will be for meat, and then, you know, like that there. Um, yeah, no, but Austin really is on the blue, but it's been like that for a long time. So, what is that? Oh, okay. I don't know what that is. Austin's full of tents and homeless already. Oh, well, then it's just like LA. And downtown San Diego has gotten to be like that. So, Oh, yeah, it's been blue for a long time. What has happened to what? Nothing happened to my horse. I don't know why we're crying. Nothing happened to the horse. The horse is fine. Beulah's fine. She just she's just a cranky old broad. That's but she's fine. Healthy as a horse, as they would say. But she's a stubborn girl. Um, Austin used to be an amazing city, just like San Fran, but yeah, things happen and they go, and then they go to poop. Yes, that's accurate. I've never been to Austin. I don't think ever. But yeah, I can imagine because it's, you know, big cities tend to kind of go downhill quickly because of how they tend to be run and the people that tend to gravitate towards big cities and the types of things that they tend to want to vote for and such. So, don't know if you saw the comment. I got kicked out. I don't know which comment it was. Was it about Will wanting to talk to me about a goat? Because I did answer that because he wanted a baby. Hi, Dana Mason. I was just thinking about you today. I hope all is well with you guys too. How's Tim doing? To the crap hole for all the illegals crapping in the streets. Yeah, there you go, Paul. Exactly. He wants a baby. Yeah, well, like I said, if we had 2 successful pregnancies out of the 2 of them, in theory, we should end up with 4 kids. So, and I just want them for meat. So if he wants a kid, I'm sure we can. I mean, I'll give him a bottle baby if he wants. Give him a project. Although he's gone too much, so he couldn't do a bottle baby. It would end up being your bottle baby. Although you might want that. I don't know. I'm fine either way. Um, no bottle baby. She's like, I've done that. I'm not doing it again. I can wean one. I can get one to wean faster and pull it so it's weans a little sooner and get it to you when it's still younger so you can like have it when it's, you know, instead of like, you know, we will do a nerve block Friday, meet with the surgeon to do his report Monday. City of Hope is absolutely amazing. Oh, that's awesome. Well, I pray that that goes well. I live in Oregon and I will never go back to Portland ever again. I've heard it is pretty bad there, Zach. I know it was pretty bad during the whole vid situation. I heard the stories, saw the videos, read the articles, and whew, what a nightmare. Um, remember, I might have a ton of babies coming from his getting into the girls. Oh, true. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Elevator man, good evening, guys. Whoop, whoop. That's right. Yeah, so, but anyway, I'll text you about it hopefully in the next day or so. Maybe we can pick a day next week um, where we can work out borrowing Buck and have him have some time with the ladies for a bit. Um, and then how many weeks are the puppies now? I lost track. They were like the beginning of December-ish or mid-December-ish, I want to say. I can't remember. I don't even know how many weeks they are now. I lost track. I would tell you, I feel like I lost a whole month with that freaking migraine. Like I still am like, oh, January is like gone and I don't know what happened. Like, oh, they're like 10 weeks. Jesus. I didn't realize they were that old. My bad. I thought they were like maybe 8 this week. Okay. Well, then I guess then they're weaned and ready to go. Yeah, everybody knows we're talking about goats. I know. We're always talking about goats or dogs or birds or something. Yeah. Figure it out. Oh, from going out of town. Gotcha. Yeah. I know. I haven't even talked to you since you've been back because then you had the flu and life. Yeah. Well, I'll touch base with you because I need to figure all that out. Need to figure it all out. Plus, I just haven't seen you in like, I don't know, a minute. I think since New Year's. Before I like died for a month. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. I know. Neil S, how are the meat birds doing? They're doing great. They're in their little pop-up tent. Um, and I gotta say, I was a little skeptical of the pop-up tent. But it's going really well. I would tell you this particular group of birds is growing at an alarming rate. They are 1 week old and they are like, I mean, I've raised meat birds now for, I think this is like my 10th year raising meat chickens. Yeah, I think it's my 10th year doing it. And like, I've gotten some batches that are like, they eat a lot, they poop a lot, they grow a lot. I've had some that like, kind of almost on par with like laying chicks that were just more slower growing groups. I've had some groups that were just like didn't do as well and like a bunch of them died off really fast. I couldn't get them to stay under the heat plate. I couldn't like some of them were just done like whatever. This group is like they have a goal. They are like I swear they're generating their own heat because they're not, I mean, they're going under the heat plate, but not to the degree that I would expect with them being in the garage and I mean, it hasn't been that cold, but like last night it got down into the 30s and it's frost outside and it gets cold in that garage. Like it's insulated, but it's chilly in there, right? Um, Half of them like are kind of like they're all together, but they're like not all under the heat plates. I had two heat plates in there. But they are like I'm having to refill their big feeder a couple times a day still, and they are just eating it, and they're going through their water. I'm having to refill that. Like I mean, they are just, and they've puffed out already after a week. Like right now, they're at the stage that's usually closer to the 2 week mark. So I'm watching them because I'm like, these guys are going to be ready to go to pasture like like in the blink of an eye. So I'm almost like this next week, I'm gonna have to like expand it, the second half of it out, and like push them all to the new half, clean out the old half, and then let them have both halves because I feel like they're just gonna blow up on me. And I'm gonna add another feeder because they're going insane in the membrane. But they're doing really well. But man, they're big. They're getting like I don't think I've ever had a group that's growing at this rate. Like they are legit this year. So it's crazy. Oh, I must have missed a bunch of comments because there's things happening. Paul apparently had a good idea. Um, oh, you got a roof on Monday. Uh-oh. And they tore up the driveway. That's not good, but at least you got a roof. Oh, I'm not trying to remove a comment. No, stop it. Sorry. If I accidentally removed your comment just now, just know that it was because my mouse did something weird, so I apologize. And I'm not trying to. There we go. Sniffing a few whiskeys. I must have missed something. I missed something. I don't know what I missed because now I can't go back and see it because my thing's being weird. But don't sniff whiskey. You're supposed to drink it. I don't know. MT Homestead's in the house. What's going on? What's going on? Big Mike and Terry. What's happening? Um, Sorry guys, trying to get caught up. I talk and then I get behind in the comments and then I gotta try to catch back up. Insane in the membrane does tell your age. That is true. I probably say that phrase or think it at least once a week. It's very true. Gunga din. Better late than never. That's right. That's right. Oh, Lordy. So that'll be exciting. So I'll get with you, Jen, maybe sometime in this next week. We can sync our schedules. And figure out goats and puppies. And like get it squared away. Oh, you don't have to. I can come get her. I hate for you to have to go out of your way. Okay. I'll look at my calendar. And see. I think I have I'll figure it out. Let me look. Gotta get this goat situation under control, guys. We do. Let's see. Let's see. That could work. Okay, I could do Tuesday during the day, Wednesday, during the day, or Thursday during the day. There you go. So there it is, Jen. I have to pick Frank up in the afternoons, and then I have an appointment. Or no, not an appointment. I have church. That's what it was. I had church on Tuesday night and Wednesday night. So you want to be a big rock superstar, live large, big house, 5 cars? Yes. Insane in the brain. Uh-oh, the chat stopped on your side. It's broken. It's broken. Uh-oh. Monday, vet in the AM will take all day. Tuesday, Kay has a meeting after school. Wednesday, Kay has cheer meeting. Thursday, I have my hair. Okay. What about Friday? We could do Friday. Can you do Friday? During the day? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Don't show anything Friday. Okay. Friday it is. Friday we do goats and puppies. Video to follow. There you go. We'll figure it out. Let's trade paint. What's going on, Sean? The peanut farm. I don't know if my chat posted because I had to step away, but you were asking if it was the name of my channel. Yes, my channel name is what you see. Emphasis on the nut because with all the shenanigans. Okay, I love it. All right, I'm gonna have to do me a favor, the peanut farm, because my memory is like Swiss cheese lately, and because I feel like one of those juggling plate people lately too. Send me an email to 3 Mississippi Farms at gmail.com. It's the email that's listed in our description down there in the link tree. Oh, sorry. And
there's no peripheral vision.
I'm focusing on something else. I'm sorry. The world doesn't stop.
Okay. Did I just hear you talking to Jen about puppies, plural?
Well, no, we're getting one puppy, but I'm just saying I say puppies. I never know like about puppies. Anyway,
she's like, oh, I was already there and I was getting one. I might as well get 2. No.
I brought home 12 puppies. One didn't seem like enough.
Truth Lance, what's going on, brother?
Anyway,
MT.
I was just answering something.
Oh, we were talking about this shirt last week. I'll show you all this shirt. I study.
Oh, send me an email, Nut Farm. Sorry.
Trigonometry.
This is what I'm talking about, the Swiss cheese. I get easily distracted.
She does.
Send me that email with your channel link so I can go check you out, because I do want to go check you out. And I'm afraid if I don't have you send me an email or at least talk about it right now, that I will forget and won't do it. And I'll forget the name of the channel, and then I won't be able to find you. And sometimes if a channel is newer or not as large, it's really hard to find it on YouTube. So send me a link with your channel.
112 votes on this poll. Which project should come first? The outdoor kitchen, The shop electric.
We hadn't gotten there yet, but
Oh,
that's
oh,
okay.
can they can't see what I'm seeing right now?
Well, no, they can see, they can take the poll,
Oh,
but
but they
they
can't see
can't
the
see
percentages?
the
Oh, okay,
they don't
that's
see
fine.
all that yet,
I'll
but
stand by.
no, it's fine. I just go ahead.
I'm not trying to derail things here. I just jumped in and
I
started
know.
talking.
Let's go
I
ahead.
mean, it's alive,
No, it's
so
fine.
we're just being live.
Just being that.
Let
Go
me
ahead.
talk first about the shirt, if y'all don't mind. I was gonna wear the shirt last week at the live, but I forgot, and I just jumped off
A work call.
a
that
work
day,
call and ran
yeah.
out here in my work shirt. But today I
And
changed
they're
shirts.
actually in here right now. Empty home
Yeah,
said, or they were.
Mike and Terry are in here, or they were in here,
I think they're
and
still.
so they sent me this shirt.
Yeah.
I study trigonometry.
Oh yeah, they can see the
That's
percentage.
my favorite math is trigonometry. So awesome shirt. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's right. As long as you already voted, that's what it is. Yeah. I knew there was
Oh,
like a
okay.
thing. It was you can't see it until you hit the button.
Oh, okay. So those of y'all who cannot see the percentages on the poll,
It means you didn't vote.
it means you did not
And you
vote.
have to vote.
And the poll is
Civic duty.
I did not know Sid was going to do this poll today, but I think it's cool. Asking about whether or not we should do the outdoor kitchen first, the shop electric first, not start something new and finish the brooder side of the chicken coop, which is also the feed side of the chicken coop,
Yeah.
or just start the barn already.
Yeah.
I would have added something to that poll, but I won't say what it
That's the
is.
limit of what I can add.
Okay. All right.
So that was where I had to end it.
Gotcha.
I know I could have added 40 more things to be honest,
I know.
but like there's a long list.
I
But
know.
I just picked
But that's
the
a
top.
good list.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
just
good
picked
list.
the top ones that we had just talked about outside of the 3 hours we spent wandering around the house knocking down imaginary walls. But
Yeah.
that one day when Frankie was gone at D now, we were like, this wall goes, that goes, this goes.
Oh yeah. We completely remodeled the house in our minds.
In our minds. We do that a lot.
But yeah, that's a good poll, actually.
So, but let's we'll go over it a little bit real quick, and then we can
Talk about why
yeah.
each item.
So here's the deal. I'll just go from the top, and these aren't really in order, but whatever. So the outdoor kitchen would be off the back of the house, on like the back porch. I guess the back is more of a patio because it's like a little concrete pad.
there's a 16 by 12 concrete slab back there,
and it's the one that faces the chicken coop, and kind of is adjacent to the shop, right? So the idea was, and this is kind of like, it's one of those things where which comes first, this or this or this or this, because they kind of all right, they're all tied together in some way or another, and I'll explain. So the outdoor kitchen, we're thinking, we're hosting Freedom Weekend coming up, and so we're like, oh, it'd be nice to be able to like have an outdoor kitchen set up. Like we're going to build like a big like grill situation out there that would be like separate from that because we'll be cooking like a lot of stuff. But it would be nice to also have like an outdoor kitchen area with a little roof situation and a little outdoor, like, I think you talked about a little sink and the thing.
Okay, yeah. Can I add something to that?
Yeah.
So additionally, an important part of the outdoor kitchen to me is a large countertop for processing vegetables from the garden during the farmer's market, and a double door cooler for storing my farmer's market stuff in. If I do that, what I'm doing is not now having to build a big cooler in the shop.
Yeah.
So that's why for me, the outdoor kitchen is kind of important, because I want to have that in place before the farmer's market starts happening, so that I don't have to because a big pain for her last year was the kitchen counters and table were completely covered with stuff out of the garden
24/7
being processed and ready to go to the farmer's market.
Like the house, I just felt like it brought chaos into the house 24/7. So like the house was never, like, all the surfaces were taken over, and that was really stressful for me. And I told him, I was like, this can't happen next year because my anxiety level was like this high every time I walked in the front door. I was like, I can't look at this. So
and then aside from those, the big cooler and the counter space for that, of course, there's a barbecue and a grill and whatnot
Yeah.
out there also. So there's,
Right.
that's why we call it the outdoor kitchen, but it's more part of the business than just an outdoor kitchen.
Right.
So that's the one item. And then the shop electric. The shop right now has a single breaker in a little sub panel, and a wire was run from the house over to the shop. Okay. It's
Hi, mommy.
insufficient to run anything. I mean, I can't even run an air compressor off of that single breaker because it bogs down. It doesn't have enough amperage. So the light in the shop is about all that's good right now.
That's true. That's pretty
Um,
sad.
so the goal with the shop is we're going
Hey,
to
Brooke.
have the electric company put a new meter on the shop.
I wonder-
A shop will have a dedicated meter, 200 amp panel. We'll have the ability now to run any power we want out of the shop. If somebody comes to visit, there'll be RV plugs. I'll be able to run a welder out there.
Which is also something that we kind of wanted to have in place before
Right.
Freedom Weekend. Yeah.
And because it's a dedicated meter, that meter now is the farm. So anything having to do with the farm, we pull off the shop.
Yeah.
When we run power out to the barn or out to somewhere, it comes off the shop meter, and that meter is a tax write-off.
So how is the outdoor thing for the farmers market? That's gonna get run
Unfortunately, that's going to have to come from the house because it's right
because of
next to the
where
house.
it is. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I was just wondering about. That's
Yeah.
not, but that's only plugged in for some of the year.
Yeah, 5-6 weeks
Not a
of the
big deal.
year,
Yeah,
we're
that's
using
not
that
a
cooler.
huge deal.
And eventually, I'll probably build a larger walk-in cooler in the shop, and the outdoor kitchen will be an outdoor kitchen.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
So then the other one obviously is finish the coop. The brooder side of the coop, as you guys know, because you guys see it in almost every video, you see at least the coop in the background. The top is not finished. The door on the back side of the coop,
1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
3 doors and 1 double door, so 5 doors
Yeah.
have not been
Have
built.
not been done. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the rafter situation up top needs solved.
Yeah, drying it in.
Yeah. Because that during this last storm season,
Water was blowing in up there.
Yeah, that's created an issue with my bedding, and so that needs solved.
Yeah.
So and then the feed storage / brooder side obviously is also reliant on it being able to use as a brooder once the shop power is
Right.
done.
Right.
So there's some of these things that kind of go together. But I feel like that at this point, we're going to be kind of getting out of, I mean, granted, we're getting into the rainy season now. So I've still got a little time of dealing with potential issues with that. However, I kind of feel like, as much as I hate to say this, we can kind of put the coop a little bit on the back burner. I hate saying that out loud so much. We can kind of put that on the back burner a little bit. However, 100% that needs to be 100% finished by next fall.
Yeah.
I feel like because these other projects will be done by then.
And I feel
100%.
like the outdoor kitchen needs to be done. It needs to be done by 4th of July weekend.
To a point, at least.
To a point.
Because I don't know what your
and honestly, I think
are.
just having the roof up.
Yeah.
And having a cooler in needs to be done by the time we start the farmers market.
No, Ridge Life's in the house.
Otherwise,
howdy.
yeah, I saw him comment that he's on his phone. He can't really tag people.
Where put my water?
So, but anyway, and then obviously the shop electric. There's so much that I can't do with the shop until we get electric out there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then just start the barn already. That's cute that she threw that in there just to see who thinks we should just start another project.
For a while, it was in the lead, to be honest, by a lot. For a while, it was like at 47%, and I was like, really? Dang. But here's the deal with that. I need the chicken coop finished before
building a barn.
Because that's just silly. Like if that's not finished, like
right.
Yeah. But it'll be once that's done. Because honestly, I feel like there's probably about 3 or 4 days worth of solid work left on the coop. Would you agree?
Yeah, there's 2 days worth of building doors. There's a full day worth of interior work on the feed room, brooder room side. And then there's another day of outside trim. There's 32 hours worth of work left to finish the coop.
Yeah, okay.
4 days probably.
Yeah, all right. So that's close.
Unless it's broken up into half days, then it's 3
right.
weeks.
47 years or 6 months.
Yeah.
So yeah. Called Mike today. Maybe he will call me back this month, right, David? Well, I can
Who said that?
Tim.
Oh, you said David. No, I saw Tim's missed call. I was in a meeting.
Yeah, he's been in meetings I can attest.
I don't even want to talk about it.
He's been in meetings all day. This is the first time I've really talked to him all day. Except for when I said, "Hey, I'm leaving to go to the doctor."
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Have not spoken to the man.
Yeah,
do the emu pen first. That's right, David.
There is no emu pen.
That's right, David.
There is no emu pen.
That's right, David. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end this.
Well, hold on. Let's give everybody.
Oh, has everybody voted?
If you haven't voted,
yet, we just talked you into putting a different vote, and you hadn't voted yet.
Yeah.
Vote real quick. We'll give you another minute.
Yeah.
And then I'll end the poll, and we'll see officially.
We'll see where we're at. That's right. So
yeah.
136 people in here right now. 117 likes. If you are, if you have not voted on the poll, if you can't see the percentages, what's in the lead on the poll, then you've not voted. Go ahead and vote. And while you're at it, if you hadn't hit the like button, hit the like button.
Yeah.
And let's see here.
We'll plan on next Friday, Jen. Not this Friday, but next Friday. I'll text you though. I promise. Just split in to 12 people to do the whole pool and add in ground pool. There we go. I like it, Brooke. I like it.
Heck yeah.
I like it. That works. Chicken coop. I know, Mama V. I know. Trust me, it drives me crazy because there's a couple that are escape artists that come out through the top of the coop every day. And every day I gotta get them back. And they're pretty good. They follow me back in. But I'm like, just stay. And you have this huge area. Just stay in it. Why do you have to come out here? It's like the forbidden fruit. They want to be where they know they're not supposed to.
Hey, all right. So I think it's time to end the poll.
Okay.
See where we're at.
All right. Ending the poll.
End the poll.
There it goes.
All right.
37% shop electric, 25% for the brooder, 20% for the kitchen, and 17% for the barn. So it looks like the shop electric wins by a mile, which I think is kind of what you were thinking to do first.
Now I'm going to complicate it even further.
Oh boy.
I'm going to break the shop electric up into 2 projects, 2 tasks, 1 project, but 2 tasks. And I'm only going to do the first task.
Felix, there will be some solar power, but that's going to be on another project. But we'll get.
Yeah, that's a little further down the line.
Further down the road.
Yeah. So task 1 for the solar.
Catch him first, James.
For the solar. Task 1 for the shop is going to be to leave the sub panel that's feeding off of the house in place. Install the new 200 amp panel. Install the weather head on the outside. Install the meter base on the outside.
Yes, Ridge left.
Run the wire that has to go from the panel up to and out the weather head. Okay. That's a day. Honestly, that's a day to install all that. Then call Natchez Trace Power. They come out. They run a line from the power pole to the weather head. They connect it. Now I have a live panel there with nothing running off of it. And I still have the live panel over here that's running off the house.
Okay, so I can leave, bring me one of hers.
So I can leave the light and the 1 plug-in that's in there that work right now running off of that panel. And I can stop right there. Okay. Then I can redirect my efforts to finishing the chicken coop. And as time permits, I can run circuits off of that new panel and start installing what I need to install in the shop. So I think that's how I'm going to do it, is kind of break that up. Yeah. Buell has enough room.
That's true. Beulah does have enough room for a little Highland cattle in there. That's true. She does.
Yeah, and who knows? I might be able to find some local laborer around here that I can just show them where I want to roam it. Because here's the other
Was
problem.
that just a yes to a Highland
No,
cow?
no,
Because you just basically said yes.
no. I was thinking in my mind and
'Cause
not
I was
reading
like,
that.
did I just say a
So
yes?
here's the other thing
So
about
close.
power in the shop. Okay, before I run all the circuits around the shop, I want to throw up.
Oh,
I want to
yes,
frame up
Ken.
stud walls.
We are. We're gonna have them add the nightlight poles to that meter. Yeah.
Right. We already have two lights. We have one down at the street at the beginning of our driveway, and we have one between the house and the shop. And I think they cost us $6 a month each.
8.
8?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they cost us like $8 a month each. We're gonna have them put both of those lights on the shop meter so that they're part of that. But anyway, as I was saying, before I start running all the circuits off of the new main panel in the shop, I want to frame up 8-foot studs, walls, all the way around the inside perimeter of the shop. Because right now the shop is just, you probably know what like a metal shop is like. So in order for me to finish that shop and make it nice inside, I'm gonna frame up a 2x4 wall right up against the metal of the shop, all the way around the perimeter. Okay, that I can then throw drywall up on eventually. That's not no urgency on that. Okay, but then I don't have to run any conduit. Okay, I can just I can just drill through all the studs and run Romex to everywhere where I want plugs and everything, as if it were a stick build, right? And then that stud wall is also a basis for eventually I'm gonna put some cross walls in there, build some like little cubbies and whatnot, my cooler and spot for her animals, and then I can throw a floor on top of that. And now eventually I'll have, because it's a 16-foot ceiling in there, so eventually I'll have a loft in large parts of the shop. So yeah,
More places to hide the bodies.
so yeah, so there's more to the shop power than just well, it's a project.
Everything's a
Project with individual tasks that all some are dependent on the other. This is codependent on this, and
Yeah.
and then outside dependencies, because there's things that I got to have somebody else do.
Right.
I have to coordinate.
Well, yeah, I think the first thing, well, and this weekend it's supposed to rain. So I think probably if that's the case, the most realistic thing is to reorganize your shop so that whatever the first step is on your electric
Yep.
can be taken.
Yeah, that's definitely the first step, is clearing up the wall where I want to be able to install stuff, making it so that I can work there, because I got another neighbor, a friend who has a big electrical background, that's going to help me install the panel, the weatherhead, and the meter base. And I want it to be ready to go, have everything I need, have everything cleared out, so that when he says, okay, I can come help you, we're ready to get it done.
This is why I voted to just put up the barn. Jeez, I know.
Hey, the
Just
barn's
start
gonna be
over. I know.
barn's gonna be even more complicated,
Yeah.
because
But
the
see,
barn's gonna have a tiny house in it.
But see, here's the thing: the barn is going to be more like my domain, whereas the shop is like his, if that makes sense. So, and that's where like a lot of like his tools, obviously, and things like that are. So, since it already exists, it's like he wants to get that, which I get. And because it has the power issue, like he needs to get that squared away first, so that that's like organized and like figured out.
Yeah.
And then we'll be able to say like, okay, now he's got his he shed, and now I can have my she shed, which is my barn, because I'll be out there, with the animals, because that's where I'm always.
Right.
So
Yeah, and then there's other projects in between there that aren't as big that
Sean
all need to
says
happen.
leave a gap in between the 2x4 wall and the tin and insulate the wall.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to use. I thought about that. I'm actually going to use normal like fiberglass insulation in between the 2x4 studs as if it were a stick build for that first layer all the way around. For the second layer from there up, I'm going to have them blow in insulation to the walls and ceiling, but I don't want to blow in the insulation from 8 foot down because in order to do that, I got to empty everything out of the shop, and that's just
Yeah.
I don't even. Yes, I could solve for that, but it would cost a lot of money. I'd have to bring in temporary storage, and just not. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use rollout fiberglass insulation on the first story, and there'll be a gap between that and the outside wall, which will not have blown in insulation on it, which is not the best, but it's still going to be pretty good. And then from the floor of that up and on the ceiling will be blown in. So that's the long term plan. And then I'm gonna have a wood burning stove out there.
Which is random, but I'm still unsure about that.
Why is that random?
I don't know. I just feel like it's weird to put one in the shop, but I get it. Whatever.
Well, if you got to spend time in that shop in February, you'd want a heater too.
No, I get it.
And a wood burning stove is
Do I
more of a
get one
prepper solution than.
Do I get one in the barn too?
Absolutely, we should put one out there.
Okay, cool. As long as I get one too.
Because when the power goes out and you can't run a heater, you're
Okay.
gonna wish you had a wood burning stove somewhere,
Okay.
and we can't put one in the house.
I know. That's the one downside. One day on the shop, one day on the coop, one day on the outdoor kitchen. Repeat until complete. That's
No.
right.
David Ramsey would not approve of that plan. Pick one thing,
Focus on it
till it's done.
Yeah, except that's not what
And then-
ever happens.
I know.
Because that's what I always try to get him to do, and he's like, I always tell him he's ADD with his projects because he'll get it like 90% done, and then he's like squirrel, and then he starts something else, and I'm like, no.
This is why my job is the perfect job for me.
Right.
I currently have about 75 projects on my board in various stages. Some of them haven't started yet. They're approved, but they haven't started. Some of them have started, but now we're waiting on another contractor to do flooring. Some of them, are, in the nearly completed stages. So all day long, literally all day long, 10 hours a day, I am bouncing from one project to another. I hang up this phone call, and the next call that I pick up is a different project, and it may be a project that we haven't started yet. It may be a project that's been on hold for a while. It may be a project that we're working on right now and there's a problem, and we got to stop and solve that problem because we got 3 guys out there, twiddling their thumbs until we solve the problem. I mean, this is my world. It's organized chaos. So yeah,
heavy on the chaos,
that's
light on the organization.
Of course, I don't mind having 10 projects going on at the house because that's a light load for me compared to my normal world.
Yeah, but usually your projects don't stay like incomplete at work.
Right.
So that's
I have a
point.
Customer to answer to and a deadline.
Right. So I'm your customer. You have to answer to me, and my coop is still not finished.
Oh, we need to change the subject.
It's been over a year. Anywho, anyway, guys, our time is up, yo.
Hey, wait. If this floor, I heard you talking to Peanut Farm earlier,
yeah,
and they're somewhere near us.
35 miles away.
Okay, if you've got a floor guy, yeah, definitely recommend send this way, because that's one person I don't have a connection to is a floor guy. I got a connection to a roof guy, electric plumber. Got a great plumber now. A ditch digger for trenching. That's a whole nother project that we have to do is get water out on the property. We have no water out on the property. We're running hoses everywhere. It's crazy.
Very long hoses.
We spent hundreds of dollars in hoses last year.
Yeah.
Because they break.
Yeah.
So that's a whole nother project.
I know. All right, guys. Anyway, we appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for the super chat earlier.
Other man knows an elevator guy.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Perfect. We appreciate all of you. Thank you to our members. We love you. And go over and check out Simple Life Reclaimed, of course, they are up next. So go show them some love. And then you got Empty Homestead after that. And then you got to go say hi to Brian at Vineyard Farmhouse. Right. And it's time for me to go. So thank you. Peace out. I love you. Safety's off.
Safety's off. Trigonometry. Empty Homestead. Go Ridge Life.